Hello, captains. I just thought I'd pop in and say hello and get the new modules and have a look at them. I did a PTS stream yesterday, which was awfully laggy. I thought I'd do a little video, which is only the second one I've ever done. This may go wrong, but we'll have a look. Anyway, back on the test server, and I've got the Smolensk out. We're looking at these, where they've changed, Wargaming have changed the modules. Now, probably find lots of CCs have gone through it with you. I've done some testing on stream. Very laggy because of the bad server was terrible yesterday, but these things happen. Let's look at it on the ship. Main armaments is always been and always will be, as far as I'm concerned, the most important on any ship, no matter what tier it is. Because this comes all the way from tier 1. You can go tier 1 or tier 2. But yeah, you can get these from the bottom tiers. That's a no-brainer. Does a little bit of everything. Not really. I've tried them in the past. Now, they've made an extra change on the second lot. Maneuverability aiding system. This is basically the steering gears and the engine repair time and incapacitation moment things all in one go. So yeah, this is quite a good module in a way. But the thing with the damage control system is it gives you a bit more torpedo protection. Not a lot, just a sweet little bit. But it also reduces the catching fire and the flooding, the risk of fire and flood, which on most ships is very useful. But on destroyers, I think that would be a better one. I have actually tested it out on the Shimmy yesterday, and I found that it was a lot better. But I haven't got I've got the gearing, but I haven't got anything that really loses its engine and rudder very much at tier 10 because I was doing the ranked thing. But I'm going to have a look at that on the other, mostly American from what I gather. Jim Flambas, he loses his engine and rudder quite a bit. It might help, but I like on most ships, the fire and flood reduction. That's a good thing. And then we got slot 3. Now they've added torpedo tubes protection. They've changed the AA gun modification 1, and they've changed main battery modification 2. Don't think they've changed aiming systems. No, that's pretty much the same. Right, so the main battery 2 used to have a turret traverse reduction. Not anymore. They're removing it. So basically your turrets would turn faster and, not traverse, loading. It would load slower. Not anymore. Gone. Now they're just going to speed up the turrets. So this is now becoming a possibility on the battleships or ships with slow turning turrets. Again, AA modification, it reduces this AA sector preparation time. No, let's get this in the English that we all understand. It reduces the AA sector, the priority sector, reload time. So you'll press your O button, you do the fiery bit, and if you've got that, it makes the reloading of the AA priority sector faster by 20%. That actually is quite fast. But I find it reloads quite fast anyway. So I suppose on some ships that get focus fired by CVs might be very useful. I've got it on this. I haven't actually overly tested it because every time I've gone in, there's no CV. Hey ho. Yeah, that's the same. That's a thingy. I don't think they've changed that one. No. And then you've got the torpedo tube modification 1. The speed of ship-launched torpedoes without other modifications being taken into account is plus 5%. So they're going to come out the tubes teensy-weensy bit faster. Okay, fine. The transverse speed of the torpedoes tubes are plus 20%. That's quite good. Some ships could do with that. And then you've got the risk of torpedo tubes becoming incapacitated, minus 40%. Hello, dear Turpets, you might need this. It's a thought. Turpets torpedoes are always being knocked out. I know this. So, what have you got else have you got here apart from main battery? The AA I'm not so sure on. Aiming systems is always very useful for everybody, and mostly. It does help. So there's a possibility for a lot of things. It hasn't got any real minuses. And we've got, that's not changed, I don't think. Nope, that hasn't changed at all. So at least you've got basics there. And then we've got controversial one. Is that controversial? It's the one that everyone's going ooh about. Ooh, it got shook. Torpedo protection system. This has taken over from what's its name? Where is it? Will I get it up on the thingy? Right. It's taken over from, where's it gone? The first one, here it is. There we go. It replaces target acquisition. Okay, so therefore you're going to see increases the range of assured acquisitions of torpedoes to a fixed value of 1.8 km. Let that sink in. This range can be further increased by learning the vigilance skill. I'll let that sink in. Adds plus 5% to the efficiency of the ship's anti-torpedo defences. Now that's cool. Replaces the target acquisition, which used to spot the ship around the other side of the island, and an extra 50%. So you got like 3 km. So if you're down behind an island and this dodgy destroyer comes running up behind the other side of the island ready to torpedo you, at 3 km, you've seen him, you know he's there. And you can adjust your trajectories and your bits and pieces so that you're preempting the torpedoes. Not anymore. That doesn't do that anymore. But that, coupled with the vigilance skill, yeah, we'll have to work on that one, won't we? That one is something that has got to be looked into big time. So yeah. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't get that over that. Concealment, especially on this. The other one, steering gears modification 2, rudder shift time, steering gears repair time. Yep, we've got that one. Ship oh dear, English is hard. This one, it increases the action time of the ship's consumables. I don't know whether that's a good or a bad thing. I'm just thinking of certain radars that do 40 seconds. That could be but you've got to lose concealment. So basically, if you can see a ship at its designated concealment, you know, it's worse than it should be, it's either got the torpedo protection or that one. Ship's consumables modification 1. Be warned. That could be fun. Everyone's just going to shoot you instead. Okay, so the next one we've got. That one hasn't changed. That one hasn't changed. That just increases. I don't think that's changed. Oh, this has though. Auxiliary armaments modification. Battery reload time. The secondary battery reload time. Oh, that's hysterical. I went out in the Richelieu and I've got it for the AA secondary spec, and oh my god, that was blooming hysterical. I was in hysterics. It was brilliant. I did some serious damage with it. It did improve the secondaries. Oh god, Turpits. If only you could put this on. So I don't think it can, but we'll look at that later. But more to the point is AA. Continuous AA damage plus 15%. AA shell explosions plus 15%. And if you've got the AA defense, then the defensive AA thing, it's going to give you an extra 2 puffs. But that 2 puffs could be important per gun. So that could be quite good for ships that have got good AA and you've got the AA defense. It could be quite good ship. Could be quite good. But the secondary battery bit is absolutely historical because it reloads so much faster. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. So yeah, that's the most important of what we're testing and looking at. I will over the next few days be going on the test server and hopefully it won't lag so much and I'll be able to bring you some gameplay. I'm no good at doing this here, what I'm doing now really. Yeah, this is only the second one I've ever done like this, so it's off the bat. But there is something else on the test server that it hasn't been actually overly shouted about. Let's see if I can get it back up again. And we've done all that. We've gone through these. They've changed new upgrades. Aerial torpedo modification 1. 5% speed torpedoes drop from the air. This is on the carriers, of course. Torpedo tubes modification 2. That I think I haven't looked at to that extent. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Fist slot. Yeah, we've done that one and that one actually. It's this one we haven't looked at because I didn't get the carrier out. And the fist slot for the aircraft carriers. Squadron consumables modification 1. 50% of action time to squadron consumables. Well, what do you get there? You get, fighters. So instead of 1 minute of a fighter hanging over the gearing that's being silly and not hiding, you get 1.5 minutes. Now that actually could be good because you are giving 1.5 minutes of aerial protection over your destroyers on the cap or wherever they need you, if you can get there. But the other thing that I was looking at, and this could pretty much go through most people that have been playing the game for a while, apart from the map, we'll go to the map in a second, is the updates to service record. They're changing how the service record is done and how you can get through and your different stages. They're just, some people call it dumbing it down. They're changing it to represent and encourage new players to get further up the tree. Understandable. It can be a very difficult game for newbies, that is. But so they've changed the number of battles that are required to reach all the different levels. The game possibilities, they've changed a lot of things. So the rewards have been updated predominantly. Unlocking different service record levels will now give you coal, free XP, days of warships premium, signals, camouflage containers. They basically added the coal and the different signals, which is cool. Big thing. On the main server, not on PTS, all players who started playing prior to the release of 9.1 will receive the newly added rewards for the levels they have already reached at the release of 9.1, minus the old rewards already received. Now, I've been playing since the CBT, so I've already had quite a few of these, so I don't know what I'm going to get. So we should, most of us will get 15,000 coal, 4 days of premium, containers, with resources, more resources amongst 4 or 5 resource containers, some upgrades, consumables, camouflages, and some signals. That would be a nice bonus for all of us. If you're at level, well, I don't know what levels they are now because I've lost track of the different service levels. But I mean, I've been playing for a while. I've got NA and EU, and I'm at top notch with both servers. So I don't know what I'm going to get, but everyone will get something, I'm sure, except for the brand new players. Then we've got Northern Waters. I've heard so many CCs talking about this one. But I played on it. For you watching the stream, I've had quite a few battles on this, and I probably have a few more when I'm on PTS later. I like this map. It gives you a little bit of everything. Totally symmetrical, so neither side has got an advantage from what I can see or have worked out. The islands, some are tall, some are short. You know, you can see over some, you can't. There's a few islands that are great for your American cruisers. There's some that are really brilliant with little nooks that a radar cruiser can sit in. You gotta watch them. And you've also got flanking for you and places for your CVs, and it's basically a very balanced map, totally symmetrical, and you've got cover, but you can also got a bit of openness. So it balances out pretty much everyone. I've been out in the destroyer, cruiser, battleship, and the CV on this map, and I've found comfort in all 4 classes. Submarines, eat your heart out. There's too many islands. Oh God, the submarine's going to have fun, especially around here. Too many islands. I can see a lot of underwater knots as being pulled on this, but that's for whenever that gets released. It's a good looking map. I like it. It's nicely, as I say, totally symmetrical, well balanced. So yeah, at the end of the day, I think this patch is going to be fun in the majority. I'm not overly sure about the new directives, getting the British tokens, getting the new captains. When you get them on the live server, you will get, well, this one says the Shinanomi and a ship commander. No, on the live server, from what I've read, it'll be the new captain, Mr. Cunningham. So that, but then again, that could change. We all know wargaming, bless them dearly. This is still a work in progress. Anything and everything on this could change, possibly will change, but may not. No one knows for sure. But anyway, I just thought I'd just do a little bit of this, spin the Smolensk around a little bit, and all I can say is, well, if you're not sure, get on the PTS server, test it out for yourself. The more that go on, the more that we can, test it out and give feedback. Always give feedback to wargaming. People say they don't listen, but if enough people don't like something and they make a shout about it, they will listen eventually. This has happened before. Warships mostly, tanks hardly ever, but different bite of the cherry, isn't it? Anyway, until then, captains, I shall be back live again later on, and I hope to see you on stream. If not, see you back on YouTube, and have a most fantastic day. And I hopefully see you very, very soon. Thank you, captains. See you later.